Today we have John Knabe, Los Angeles County Supervisor. He has the Los Angeles International Airport and the Port of Long Beach right in his district. This summer he visited Beijing, Shanghai, and Nanjing in China. Mr. Knabe, what was most impressive during your China trip?
Well, I think, number one, the beauty of the countryside and being able to not only see the downtown Beijing and all the people and all the traffic and those kinds of things, but the history of the area, visiting with some of the local people and meeting with various government officials. But it was really an enjoyable trip for my wife and I. It was our first trip to Beijing and Shanghai and Nanjing, so we got to see a little bit of everything, from buses to cars to high-speed rail. We took a high-speed rail from Beijing to Nanjing.
So the Los Angeles County is a U.S. gateway to Asia. It seems you don't really need to do any promotion on trade with China, but I do know it was not the case. So what efforts did the county make to achieve that huge number?
Well, I think you need to put it in perspective. Number one, in my district I have both the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles. Also have Los Angeles International Airport, which also does a lot of trade in the bellies of those airplanes. It's not just passengers coming in, but a lot of product. Over 50% of the trade is just a natural trading partner with China. Coming in through both of our ports has a significant impact not only on the Chinese economy, but the American economy and Los Angeles County in particular. While we have that natural home to the Pacific Rim and a natural trading partner with China, we don't take anything for granted. We know with the expansion of the Panama Canal and other opportunities that China may be looking for other ports. As it relates to economic development, we spent a lot of time on our trip visiting with various elected officials, some elected officials, but appointed government officials as related to bringing investment from America to China. So it works both ways. And I think with the size and scope of our economies between China and the United States, Los Angeles County in particular, we have some natural opportunities. So in addition, working with our Los Angeles Economic Development Corporation, various businesses, other opportunities, trade opportunities, we work very hard in not only bringing Chinese investment. Right downtown we got the Marriott and everything else, our many Chinese investors right now, but also to encourage the reciprocal trade of American business going to China.
So Los Angeles County is the most populous county in the United States. About 14% of the population are Asians. So how do the county take advantage of its diverse population?
Oh, we take advantage of it multiple ways. One of the things that we advertise as we try to do business with other trading partners, China, Japan, other Pacific Rims, European countries, is the large population, diverse population. We have a number of different groups that, like Chinese population here is very, very significant. I think close to 500,000 residents are Chinese. So we have this diversity. We try to take advantage of it in multiple ways. One is creating economic opportunity between the countries, and the other thing is to share in the cultural history through fairs, health fairs. It creates a unique opportunity. Health needs, as the county is the ultimate safety net, obviously dealing with the various ethnic populations takes different opportunities and different tactics as you deal with an aging population. A lot, particularly in the Asian community, a lot of the younger Asians are having family move in, elder parents, grandparents, that kind of thing.
Back to your China trip, several mayors and legislators have talked about their experience of light rail or high-speed rail in China. There's huge potential for public transportation of the Los Angeles County. Can you talk about that?
Well, I think, first of all, I sit on a metropolitan transportation, or Metro, MTA, whatever you want to call it. I also sit on Metrolink, which is the regional rail authority. We try, and what we've tried to do is create a transportation system here in Southern California that matches up to other parts of the country. We are probably 20, 30 years behind as it relates to either light rail, bus traffic, high-speed rail, whatever it may be. But we've come very quickly, very fast. The taxpayers here have voted themselves a tax 3 times to tax themselves for transportation purposes. So we and in Southern California, you just can't concentrate on one mode of transportation. And it's no different than China. And I noticed that in China. It's not one form of transportation. You have to have all forms.
Yeah.
Because cars aren't going to go away.
Yeah.
But there's bus opportunities, there's light rail, there's heavy rail, there's commuter rail, whatever it may be, and bike. Right. But on the other hand, the other thing that I was impressed with in Beijing as related to transportation was also their landscaping that they did along the streets and center medians. It was very, very impressive.
Yeah. So more connections, more opportunities.
More opportunities.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a, I would say you could refer to it as such a big business that it's ongoing. I mean, there's just opportunity going on all the time. There's a lot of Chinese banks here. Also, they're creating, asking for our banks to go over there. So obviously, financing becomes an important piece of all this. And Boeing, I mean, you just name it. Boeing's in my district as well too. There's just a lot going on, and again, it's something that we don't take for granted. That we continue to nurture and work towards is a good, sound, financial, working, economic development relationship with China.